and I can't do that. I cannot do that. I'm gonna break my voice because that's like a girly. No, I can't. The shrill scream and the expression of abject terror in Kenji's face chill my blood. It's as if I told the Catholic priest I sold my soul to the devil. Her? You sold your soul to the devil and didn't get anything in return? What the hell is wrong with you, man? Do you know who you're dealing with? She's a public health danger. Do you know how many people she sends to the hospital monthly with her carefully placed flying tackles? She's one of them, a key player in the vast conspiracy that aims for the complete submission of everything that is manly. I can't believe what I'm hearing. I trusted in your judgment, man. I thought we were brothers. You have to call it off before it's too late. This festival, too, it's just one of their ploys. He fingers the scarf nervously, faster and faster, like he's trying to start a fire, then slowly begins to calm down as the panic attack finishes running its course. I'm going to find some place to hide in a safe haven, and then knock the lights out of myself so that I don't have to experience this horrible day. I have the perfect thing for that. I must prepare now. Don't go to that festival, okay? Later, dude. The door slowly closes with a low creak, and I don't know how to feel about what Kenji just said. It's kind of unsettling. And now I start to feel doubtful myself. Don't feel doubtful. Should I bother going? I've got a book I've been meaning to read. Fucking go. Something about an underground postal system that may or may not exist. It's short too. I can finish it in a day. But would that be a good way to spend my time? Well, yeah, it definitely would be. But I suppose that would probably be a better idea to head outside. Yes. See the festival. Try to integrate with all the other sideshow acts. Honestly, I should at least make an attempt to keep up the somewhat friendly personality I've had the past week. Maybe get something to eat, my stomach suggests. It's almost lunchtime. I could at least grab something from one of the stalls outside. I'm soon outside, surrounded by various students and people who may or may not be their parents. Every so often, I catch a glimpse of someone who clearly just came up from town for the promise of a festival. They're easy to spot, the ones who can't stop staring. Behind their eyes, you can tell they're thinking, now what's wrong with this one? I almost want to yell at them. At the same time, can I deny that I've been doing the same thing all week? A wave of something like disgust sweeps over me, guilt for my own narrow-mindedness. Ooh. Ooh. Alright, let's see. I can't read these. Damn it. I only learned the first Japanese alphabet. Dang it. Not this one. This one's too hard. I know this. That's... maybe I don't know that, actually. It's a weird font. All I know is that's like kala. I push the thoughts aside, concentrating on the pangs of hunger that burns my guts like a wildfire. The scent of something fried leads me to the promised land where I can get some lunch. I'm just getting my order when a loud voice interrupts me. Hey, what the hell are you doing? Having break or lunch? Breakfast? You mean you just got up? Suddenly sleeping all morning feels like a crime. No, I meant lunch. Honest. She's not buying it. Brunch? That's not a healthy breakfast at all. She snatches my food out of my hand and glares at me. What the hell is this girl doing? Hey, that's my breakfast. What happened to be your lunch? That's my whatever. It's my food. Emi places her hand on her hips and begins lecturing me. Did you really forget your dietary plan already? You need to be more conscious of your health, Hisao. What about your heart? My heart's fine the way it is, mostly. All I get in response is a roll of the eyes. I doubt that. You wouldn't be in here if that was the case, would you? The girl's got a point, of course. I'm not about to concede it. It's not that bad of a heart. Certainly can handle a little grease now and again. Yeah, sure, and I handle a little running just fine, too. Emi seems unconvinced. Not surprisingly, as I haven't even managed to convince myself. Maybe, but not if you're sleeping the day away all the time. A devious look suddenly crossed her face. Of course, if you'd been following a routine from the beginning, you wouldn't be in this situation. Hey, I've had a pretty eventful week, you know. For example, I almost died, and there's a lot of meeting people, and then I was on a roof for a while. Which is no excuse for slacking off, you know. A little near-death experience is no excuse for skipping basic exercise. I would say it probably is. Like running in the mornings. She nods as if something important has just been decided. So it's settled then. You've seen the error of your ways and are willing to adhere to my routine, right? I'll see you bright and early in the morning. We'll be running buddies? No, you'd already convinced me yesterday that this was a good idea. You don't need to convince me again. Not that I did a good job of being convinced. She's right about eating healthy after all. And here I am ordering up something grossly unhealthy, but delicious. There are more important things than deliciousness, aren't there? Like staying alive? Staying alive. If Emmy weren't here browbeating me for my poor decisions, I'd probably... Hey, wait a second. Sudden question springs to mind. Hey, why the hell have you taken such an interest in my well-being? Emmy shrugs and grins at me. You're the new guy. I figure you don't have any friends yet, right? Besides, I've caused you trouble all week, right? I owe you for not getting angry. And I told the nurse I would anyway. Crazy little running girl wants to make me healthy. Well, I suppose there are worse fates. Okay, that sounds fine. Thanks for your concern. Tomorrow morning, then. I figure that ends the conversation, so I turn to leave. Not so fast. I feel a hand on my collar, and in a second I've been yanked backwards. Hey, no need to be so rough. What do you want now? Emmy looks almost wounded by my annoyed question. Thought you could use the company. Her eyes narrow. Besides, you were just going to try sneaking some more of that fried crap, weren't you? Well, I wasn't going to, but now that she mentions it, that would have been a really good idea. I was not. Another glare. Okay, maybe I was going to get a little. The glare continues. Okay, a lot. Jesus, I'm a danger to myself and others, aren't I? I get done agreeing that I need to be healthier and then immediately start considering the next unhealthy habit that comes my way. I knew it. You can't be trusted. Now I definitely have to stick with you. This whole situation feels silly. I can only imagine what passerby I think of the sight of me being lectured by a tiny girl half my size. Maybe I should just give up for now. Fine. Do what you like. Might as well make the best of this. What do you want to do? Emmy thinks for a minute. Well, I promised Rin I'd stop by her mural. So let's do that. I confess I'm slightly curious as to how her mural turned out myself, so again I consider there are worse fates. I give a nod of assent and find myself almost dragged bodily through the crowd as Emmy races to our destination. By the time we reach the dorms, I can feel my heart pounding. My heart shouldn't be pounding over just that. I take a few deep breaths, willing myself to calm down. At least I didn't do like the on-screen animation, like the boom boom. I'm one of the most normal-looking people in school, but I still have to be here. Sometimes I almost wish I lost a hand or something. At least then it'd be obvious that I belong. But instead I don't even look sick. Even now trying to catch my breath, I just look out of shape. Emmy looks back and notices my state of distress. You're not going to die on me, are you? Please don't. It'll be all my fault. I don't have to deal with that kind of guilt. Besides, after the last time, I really don't think I need to see that again, especially because the nurse will totally say it's all my fault. I'm fine. I guess I need to start running after all. And you want to keep eating your greasy whatever it was. See? It's a good thing I found you, right? Yes, it was. Maybe. Of course, I don't add that I wouldn't be in this state if she hadn't dragged me across the festival grounds. Further conversation is interrupted by the sudden appearance of Rin. Oh, it's you. Hello, Emmy. Hey, Rin, I brought Hisao because he was going to give himself a heart attack. I was not. My objection goes unnoticed. We've stopped by to see how the mural turned out. Rin nods slowly. Well, it's right there. You can see it pretty clearly. I found myself wondering how long Rin had been standing here in front of the mural. Has anyone even stopped by to look at it? Are we the first ones? Obviously, we're not the first ones to see it, of course. I mean, it's pretty big. You'd be hard-pressed not to see it. At the same time, I don't think anyone's actually talked to Rin about it. Anyone but us, that is. I feel compelled to say something. It looks pretty good. I'm still not happy with how it turned out. I guess it'll do. She seems almost resigned to it. I'm not sure what she expected as a result, but I guess she didn't quite get there. Ooh. I stand in front of the mural, taking it all in. I try my best to concentrate on the composition of the thing. Ew, look at that one. It's actually fairly interesting. The colors swoop and blend together, drag me along with them. There's a dreamlike quality to the whole thing that makes me almost feel sleepy. I try hunting out some of the colors Emmy and I grab for her. Try as I might, I can't see any Prussian blue. Oh well, I'm sure it's in there somewhere. My feet start to hurt, but Rin doesn't seem inclined to move on. Emmy speaks up. Hey Rin, have you eaten? Of course, you can't survive otherwise. What about in the past 5 hours? Maybe. I'm still hungry again, so maybe that means I'm wrong. Emmy grins and claps her hands together. Good! Come get some food with us. Rin nods in assent. Okay, but we should hurry before they notice I'm gone. Somehow I don't think they'd care, whoever they are. As we head back to the food stalls, I cast a longing eye over at the fried food. No, I'd better not. I'm pretty sure Emmy wouldn't let me anyway. The old ball and chain. Yeah, look how short she is. We find a nice spot on the grass and sit down to eat our purchases. Well, my purchases anyway. Somehow I wound up paying for all the food. Surprisingly, my unfried food is pretty good. Silence falls as Emmy and I eat, and Rin stares at something or other, occasionally eating a bite or two of her food. I finish my meal first and lay back on the grass. Emmy glances up from her food. Tired, Hisao? A little, I guess. Well, don't oversleep or anything tomorrow morning. We start our morning runs, remember? Actually,